Hello, my name is Jalen Swink, and I'm going to do my Module 3 exit slip. I just have my notes again. So this week I learned about, forgive me if I mispronounce this, Inez Prosser, who is the first woman to obtain her PhD, the first African-American woman to obtain her PhD. And I also had no idea that her research was like applied and influenced in the Brown versus Board of Education case, because I spent a lot of time in high school and even a little bit in college, looking over that case and like how it did away with the precedent of separate but equal that was established in Plessy versus Ferguson. And I think that's really interesting that, psychology was present there. I already knew that research gives reason. That's kind of how the chapter opened, about how, research gives us those facts and it gives like backbone to ideas that we had so that we, have a reason for, our theories. It gives backbone to our hypothesis, our predictions, and everything else. And I also already knew about naturalistic observations just because I was already familiar with different case studies in which this form of observation was used. I don't remember who administered this one, but I remember a case, it was studying like the bystander effect, and that one was like a naturalistic observation, just kind of watching how people react to, so I think it was like maybe even seeing like homeless people asking for money. And I know it was actually administered because of, there was this woman, I think her name was Kitty or something like that, and she was like taken to her apartment and killed, and a lot of people heard about it, but nobody ever reported anything, so that's why that happened. I want to learn more about just where else psychology is present and things like I already knew about, like when I talked about Prosser's influence on Brown versus the Board of Education. Like, I wonder what else I've learned about where there was psychology present there, or psychological research or anything like that. And I also want to learn more about the legitimacy of cases. I know I read a little bit about researcher bias, and it may be not this chapter, the one before, just about like the group, like if it's everybody's, different enough, like if the sample's random enough. So I'm wondering like the different cases that I tend to reference or know, like just how legit they are. So yeah, that wraps that up.